by the same author. A much different book and a much different trilogy. Here, things have moved on. Photoshop has arrived, and we're all working 10 times faster, but still in the same world of Middle-earth. I drew all of the instruments for the dwarves. Peter didn't want any. The Old Forest, Goblin Town in Moria, and Peter wanted something. There's nothing, I'll start again, there's nothing more boring than a dark black hole in the ground. Not very exciting, very difficult to shoot in, so Peter wanted something a little different. So we imagined these kind of chasms under the ground, where not only are you in danger of being eaten by goblins, but you're also in danger of falling to your death at any moment. I also spent a lot of time putting myself in paintings, hoping that I could get a job as a dwarf, but it didn't work. So you'll see there's a mix of Photoshop, pencil drawings, pencil sketches, anything to get an idea forward. The Goblin King's throne.
Concept art of Lord of the Rings.
And that famous slide on that piece of bridge to the Bat Cave.
Concept art of Lord of the Rings.
Golem's Island. A lot of these drawings are done quite quickly during meetings. Whenever you have 5 minutes to draw. Post-production drawing for Beorn's house. And lots of influence from Slavic architecture, Russian architecture, Northern architecture, from Finland, from Sweden, Viking motifs, very much Northern Europe. And because I'm Canadian, I put in the totem pole. Hold on. This is a good example of the fun you can have. I'm sure many of you recognize Hugin and Munin, Nidhogger and Yggdrasil from Norse legend. Nobody in the movie could care less. Nobody notices, but you're having fun. Every now and then, there's a drawing in the corner which has nothing to do with anything else. It's because someone came into the office and said, we need this now. So you put to do a sketch. Some very nervous dwarves. Beorn's chair. So all of these are quick sketches to get put in front of the director. No object is too small or too humble to not be designed. Every object is an opportunity to underline this fictional world that we're trying to create. So keep this little drawing in mind. Here it is once it's been made. And that's how big it is. Beorn's house is one of the loveliest sets. It was like being a little child again because the table was up there. It's not full, by the way. Radagast's house. And the interior. This is one of those drawings where you simply sit down, you start somewhere with no real idea of what you're going to do, and things appear. And it's the most satisfying way to try and work, is you have an idea of what you want, but that's all. What you are sure of is that if you can connect in some way with the theme that you're pursuing, these ideas will appear. But you have to relax and just let them happen. So this kind of drawing is very much like that. Where you don't really know where it's going to go, but you just follow what's happening. And then of course you can come back and do the details that you've just sketched in. As I mentioned, a lot was never used. This was for the tombs of the Nine, the Witch King. Mirkwood. This is a drawing I did with my left hand because I fell down running and injured my shoulder. So I had my arm here for a few days, but it's a movie project, you can't stop working. So I thought, right, I'll try with my left hand. I'm not ambidextrous, I have nothing, never drawn a picture with this hand. This took me most of the day, and I was exhausted at the end. But you can do it. It is doable. So for all of you artists out there, whatever ease and familiarity you have in the hand you usually use, it can be reproduced with a little bit of work in the other one. As Gandalf told the dwarves, do not stray from the path, which is why they are obviously lost way over here and about to be captured by spiders. A design for the woodland elves. What? Sorry? A design for Thranduil for the Battle of the Five Armies, but of course no actor wants to have his face covered by a helmet. Toriel. That's a New Zealand Maori weapon, by the way. It's called a tanawa. The Woodland Realm. First early sketches. You might recognize Orlando Bloom, and that's him right in the middle. Thranduil's Throne. After many, many, many sketches, this is what we arrived at. And there's the King of the Woodland Realm. It's always very exciting to see a drawing turn into a set. It doesn't happen all the time. There's a lot of contingencies involved in creating a set. Not only does it have to look good, you have to be able to shoot in it. The actors have to be able to move around. But every now and then, something will go directly from the drawing board to the soundstage. More of the Woodland Realm. And here we are heading for Lake Town. and up towards the lonely mountain, Dale. Another one of those sketches where you just start somewhere without really knowing where it's going. This is in a sketchbook, so that's both double pages, rather the double page. An early version of Erebor. The hit Nor, and a very brave hobbit heading down to see if there is a dragon there. You'll notice that there's a lot of sketches done in sketchbooks. That's the way that I think best. Afterwards, it's easier to go into Photoshop by scanning the sketch. Also, a sketchbook doesn't need a charger, it doesn't need Wi-Fi. All you need is a pencil and an eraser and a bit of free time. The Kingdom of Erebor. Once again, another drawing. You start in a corner and you don't know where it's going, but you'll eventually get there when it's all filled up. Smaug. Smaug's eye. And the color version. Very angry dragon. Meanwhile, Gandalf has abandoned everybody. He's off doing his own thing, heading for Dol Guldur. Once again, all of these paintings are part of the process to get to whatever result you see on the screen. I think I did about 3,000 drawings and paintings for The Hobbit. The Nine, another design that never made it to the screen, but I really wanted to imagine that Sauron was their eyes, so they didn't actually need to see themselves. Azog, another version of Azog, a little more armor. Trolls, did dozens and dozens of drawings like this, different designs each time. The elves, I really wanted to get these weapons made. We made prototypes, we played with them in the parking lot, we had enormous fun, but they were just too complicated on set. So, maybe one day. Lake Town Burning. Gundabad. And the Kingdom of Angmar. Many times during a movie project, you'll find yourself drawing a landscape, knowing very well that the script is not going to take you there, but wishing it would. So many times during The Hobbit, be paintings up on a rampart somewhere or a tower, painting what I could see in the distance and thinking, oh, I wish I could go there and paint whatever it is I find. But Middle-earth is a big place. You just can't go everywhere. This brings us to a book which has just come out. I'm very proud to see my book in Bulgarian. I believe it arrived from the printers just a couple of days ago. And this was another opportunity to go back again, principally to those areas in Middle-earth that I hadn't had the opportunity to visit, either previously in illustration work or for the movies. So here we go again. As I said,